Hi everyone, this is Sharon. Today I have a flip through of my latest design team project for Raindrop Lila. Ever since she published her Boho collection, I've been itching to use it and I finally got around to it this month. So I created this Boho style journal using many images from her Boho collection, and I will link those down below in my description. This journal is available in my Etsy shop, so if you're interested, you can go out there and take a look. What I used for my tie on the journal is a bit of this vintage kind of lightweight tapestry fabric. And I just ripped a strip of that, tied it around. And then the fabric cover, it's a nice squishy one. And I used a piece of antique Italian fabric. It's an upholstery fabric that I got from Rachel at Roxy Creations in one of her fabric bundles. I just love this one. I've been hanging on to it for a while and decided it was perfect for this journal. I also embellished it a little bit with some lace. And then I had to tie on a little bit of jewelry, and I thought these were perfect. They gave that boho vibe that I was looking for. So I'm just going to take those off and open up the tie. Now this edging on this fabric was there, so that's part of the original. And I've got it folded over so you can kind of see what that looks like around. It just snugs and wraps that journal nicely. And then on the inside, I line the inside with this fabric, kind of a heavyweight cotton. I just like the way that goes with the whole style of the journal. So I stitched those and used kind of a heavy cardstock for the interior of my cover. So as we head through the journal, it is in a bit of a tall, slim style. And it's got 3 signatures. Here on this first page, I just embellished this image a little bit with some sequins and some glitter, just to give her a little bit of sparkle. And then I've got this beautiful teal velvet with some lace on there. A little bit of embellishing on this page, a little bit of room to write. Here on this page, I clipped on this little tag that I made. And then this botanical page from a book. And then I've, along with Lydia's digitals, I used a number of antique and vintage book pages and papers for my pages. Here I created this lace pocket, and then I've got this tag in there. I've used a fair amount of velvet and lace throughout this journal. This is what the page looks like. And then here on this page, I've got this little booklet with this image. Just a little bit of writing room on the inside. And then on this page, I just did some stenciling. And then attached to the page, I've got this little hand-stitched piece. Really pretty. A lot of beautiful women in this kit. Here's a page. I just added some lace on the bottom. Here I used a music sheet cover, an old one, and then in there I created a top tuck. I think this is my favorite image in the entire collection. I just think she's so beautiful. I love that. And I embellished with a little bit of sari trim. I have a lot of sari trims, and I don't use them very often, so I got them out and used them quite a bit in this journal. I just think they go so well with the theme. And then I just, on the top of here, tied some ribbon, some seam binding ribbon, and then a couple of my own paper beads that I made. On this side also, some more beads. And then in the center is this pretty page from the music sheet. And then here I made another tag, again with another beautiful image. And there's just so many different patterns and colors in this collection. Really loved working with those. So you'll see no shortage of patterns and colors throughout this journal. And then here I just had this little piece, piece that I attached to the page. On this page, I took some ribbon. It's like a flocked velvet ribbon with gold and this aqua color. And I created a little bit of a tuck here and another band to hold everything in. So that just tucks in there. And I created this journaling card. Backed it with the vintage postcard. And then this ephemera piece. Here on this side of the page, I just embellish a little bit with this little tab and button. And then at the top of this page, I've got a wax seal. Over on this side, I clipped on this journaling card that I made, another one of Lydia's images. And then I added this postcard. It's got some faint writing in pencil. And then on this side, I clipped some items as well. This little journaling card that I made that I just backed onto an old French envelope. And then this, I embossed on the bottom a little bit. And then I also backed that onto a piece of an envelope. There's some writing room on the inside of that one. And then this is just an old ephemera piece from an 1800s newspaper. And there's some writing room on the inside of that. Just a little bit of stamping and embellishing on that page. And then in this signature, I've got an old page from a cookbook. And I created this flip, added this pretty pattern paper there. And then in there, I've got this plate of the daffodil. And that's backed with, it came out of a book of poems. So this sheet has some poems on it. They're attached. And then I just added this little avocado dyed doily. I should show you the flip out. This is the inside page of that cookbook. Another beautiful collage page. I just added a little bit of washi there. Here I created this belly band with some old lace. That's the page. And then I've got this little tag. I use this yo-yo, fabric yo-yo as my tab. Some reading room on the back. And this is just an old antique piece of ledger. Another beautiful page. The collage pages are so pretty. I embellish a little bit, but I don't do a lot with them because I just like the way they look. Here I added some sari trim again on the top of the page. And then I made this little piece, place to journal, and then another postcard. Here I created this little flip out, lots of room to write under there. And this is some Lace Boutique 1 washi tape that I put in there to strengthen the seam. And then I created these tags. Here I just added a strip of ribbon along the page. And then in the center of the signature, I just added some old antique lace and created this little pocket. And then in there, I have this little journaling card. Again, back that with a vintage postcard. And then on this side, again, similar to the other side, I've got another tag. These are some vintage, like Denison. They're tabs. I think they're meant to be tabs, like on a filing system or something. Been using some of those lately. And then here I've got, oh, this was on this side of the page. I had clipped on there. It is, well, first of all, I've got this little piece here that I clipped on. And then this is a book page. It says The Foot of a Princess, but I thought it really worked well in this boho style journal. I just love how her foot is adorned. And then there's some writing room on the back. And then I used one of these little gold clips. And then over on this side of the page, I created this corner tuck with this sari piece. It's very blingy and decorative. I just hand stitched that all together, did lots of, you can see some seed stitches on there. And then that creates a corner tuck. And then in there, I added this tag. Again, just a beautiful image from Lydia's kit. And I put this man and woman dancing on there. It's very subtle. You can hardly tell that it's there. You got to look twice, which I kind of like. I didn't want to cover up the back too much. And then I took this old piece of quilt for my tab at the top. And then Lydia has some buttons in this collection, and I just added that there. And then the back, I did some stenciling. Here on this page, I have some old vintage French fabric, a French notebook page, and I just adhered those onto the page. And then on this side, I've got a lace belly band, and in there, I've got this old onion skin correspondence, and then I created this envelope with one of the pages from the kit, and just tied that up with some string and added this bee wax seal. I love that one. And then this top just kind of flips behind there. And then I have this journaling card on the inside. So I've got this little tag attached. And then on the back side, I just washi taped on this piece for writing. And then there's some nice pattern underneath. Here on this page, lots of pretty pattern again, and I just pinned on or stapled on a piece of fabric and this little embroidery piece. And then over on this side in the tuck, I've got this floral image, and then this is a piece from an embroidery pattern. And then on this side of the page, I've got this little card clipped on with some velvet ribbon on the top, and then this journaling card. Here I just embellished with a little bit of paper doily, some Florentine paper, and then I've got this music paper on the back. Here on this page, I've got this waxed piece that I just clipped on the top. And then some more sari trim. I actually had a lot of fun with that. I really need to use that more. And then over on this side, I've got a pocket on the bottom, and in there I created this card and just added this little lace tab at the top. And then I folded this pattern paper. This is one of my favorite patterns from the kit too. Oh, here are some more buttons of Lydia's that I added on. Some decorative stitching on there. And then I brought that up and over to create a little tuck at the top, so there's room to write there. And then I just added this little piece in that can be used for writing as well. On this page, I just did some white stenciling. I think you can see that a little bit on the top of the page. And then here I've got some embossed homemade paper that I used for my side tuck. Just inked that a little bit to make the pattern stand out. That's that page. And then I've just got some old ephemera items in here. Here's looks like an invoice from 1909. And then this piece from 1946. Here I took my sari trim and created this diagonal belly band. And then that's the back of the page. And in there I've got this piece. Again, I just added this little button with an eyelet in the middle there. And that holds the string in place. And then on the inside, I just got this little scrappy tablet in here with some off-cut papers, this brass brad, room to write. And then this page, I just added a little bit of this trim on there. I like the way that hangs down. And then I also added some of that on this side as well. And then this is another writing page. Over here on this page, I took a coffee dyed envelope and just cut it down to create this corner pocket. Turn the inside to the outside, and then in there I have this little tag. I did some stenciling on the back. I think you can see it. It's a real light, kind of a pinkish color. Not stenciling. Well, stenciling, yes, but with ink, not paste. And then here I created a corner tuck with this old envelope piece. And then in there I've just got this trifold, this beautiful image, and I just did some edge punching on there. And some room to write on the back. And then here I created this top tuck with this antique postcard. And then in there, I tucked this little journaling spot. I created this little side tuck. I stitched that on with the keys. Put some coffee dye paper in there that can be used for writing. And then I just have this map fragment on the back. Here on this side, I added this metallic looking frame. And then over on this side, I added this dotted tulle for a little flip writing room underneath. And then I added these vintage buttons across the top. A little bit of lace also. Here I just trimmed up the page a little bit with a strip of sewing pattern paper that I stenciled on. And then over here, more sari trim that I used for a belly band. And then I'll show you the back of that page. And then in there, I've got this tag that I made. Fabric tab at the top. Some stenciling on the back. And then I also included this very old German book page. Nice rag paper. On this page, I embellished again with a piece of handmade paper that's been embossed, and then I just added this little label there. And then over here, again, I've got a little bit of subtle stenciling on the top with some paste. And then in this pocket, I've got another tag that I made. Again, I used some of her buttons and got this tuck at the top with this little strip in there. And then the backs, this is just some, looks like eco dye paper that I pulled out of my stash. And then over here, this beautiful page has just been embellished again with some sari trim. And then on this back page, I just embellished with a couple of labels. This is an authentic French label that I put on there. And that is our journal. So I hope you enjoyed that. I've been wanting to make a boho journal for quite some time. Finally get around to it. So I thank you very much for watching and coming along with me today. And until next time, bye-bye.